Welcome back to Chaos TV, here live from Reflex GT6. You may wondering, A-Spec, you incredible sexy nerd baller, Greek god of the man. Why do you look so relaxed? Well, there's a good reason for this.
Can you tell us? Can you tell us what this is? No, you can't.
No, there's a good reason,
but
there is one, but I can't tell you. How are you doing, Rel?
I'm doing very well. I'm very well, Rel.
Very well, Rel.
That's why I am.
That rhymes. For those people who hadn't caught up on that, this is Rel, VP Brothers.
Hello, everyone.
We just had Momo on the stream. How did that go, by the way?
That was actually really good. It was
well, okay. What did the people on the stream think?
Well, we could actually see the feedback. The stream chat's usually quite interesting when my brother's playing. I say interesting loosely, but hopefully people enjoyed it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. As we're ready to go on the way for map number 1 here, it is FarikoYin versus Team 4. We're going to figure out who is going to be meeting Team Apex in the grand final here at Reflex GT6. We're ready to go on the way. We're going to be kicking off with CTF on Dome. The bastard child of none other than Shipment and
Vacant.
There we go. Let's get in the way. Let's go live. Let's take it away. Here we go. Ooh, third person. That's pretty. That's very
mixing things up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very Mass Effect 3 of you.
Yeah. I mean, we're watching Fariko to start with here, who have been playing absolutely amazingly. They just completely dominated lowland lines in the loser bracket semi-final.
However, Yin has already met 4 and 1s and did lose 3-1.
They did?
Yes.
That was the same for Fariko? Oh, okay. So T1, though, is going to do...
It's the reason why they're in the lower bracket.
Yeah. They knocked them into the loser bracket.
Yes.
So now T1 has been taken out after getting that double kill. He was pushing for the flag, playing aggressively. And it is going to be Torres who is again using that Type 95, which he's been using very well throughout this whole tournament.
Yeah, but FarikoYin, on the other hand, has something to prove to Team 4 in here. Knock him down towards the lower bracket. Still has never won a single Reflex GT. French teams have won it. English teams have won it. No Dutch teams have won it, even though it's a Dutch tournament. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. We're going to get underway very shortly. No flags are being run so far. We have 4 minutes to go, 1 minute played. And you know what? So far, Fariko seems to be doing very, very well here on Dome.
Yeah, T1 doing astounding there, getting some brilliant kills with that UMP. So accurate, such a great shot with it. Torres is just going to be maintaining this middle map position, though, at the moment. And he's been taken out by Monksy. Foreign are playing quite well at the moment. Flags aren't really being pulled too much so far, so some good defense by both teams.
Not at all. We have not seen any flag runs being done whatsoever, and this is kind of interesting to say the least. We have not seen any touches whatsoever, and whether or not it's a case of good defense or improper offense is a bit of a it's a little bit in the middle. It could be either.
Yeah.
Or both.
Torres, though, is heavily defending now.
Oh, yeah.
He's sat back almost right on top of his flag and he's just watching that alleyway, where it is more than likely that Team Foreign will be pushing at some point.
And this Type 95 is absolutely perfect for it, even though in the meantime Jake will pick up 2, and as well as one of his other teammates to get another one, and they need to get a nade up towards his flag as soon as they can. They will. That's going to clear it out. No, it won't. AR-95 will still pick it up, and that, you know what, that Type 95 is so good for this map. For two reasons. A, on one hand, if you're sitting in this side of the map, you can just peek outside, go on long range. If not, you can go inside and go on a short range. And that's really, really, really good. And well, if you go for SMG, you can only really defend on the inside. You go for this Type 95, you have the high stopping power when you look outside, and of course in that corridor.
Yeah, it's a very versatile gun, extremely powerful, but there are a lot of members of either team using these UMPs and using them very well. One of those being Rush, who has just been taken out by Tech, but Fariko are just non-stop pushing the flag. Even though it would seem that Foreign seem to be picking up most of the kills, it is Fariko that have been aggressive so far. However, they are on the back foot a little bit now. Oh, T1 caught.
T1, how did he not manage to see that? He has been absolutely beasting throughout this entire tournament. Oh, sexy, sexy play there by Torres. Through the wall, he's going to be able to pick this up. This is going to be the first flag touch. Yes, it is. Even though Monks already had a flag as well. This could be a double parked flag stand.
Yep, it is stalemate at the moment, and this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting. However, Fariko have got the better of Foreign now, and this is potentially going to be the first flag capture of the game. Torres is making that push back. Foreign have picked up the flag that they previously dropped, though, so this is anyone's game at the moment.
Yeah, right now. Fariko, as both S4 and have their work cut out for themselves. But you know what? I would not be surprised if Team Forum is going to pick this up. And I'm actually going to make a prediction right here, right now. It's going to be 3-1 again for Team Foreign.
Do you think Team Foreign are going to take it?
Yes, absolutely. Torres is in a horrible position here.
Yeah, I'd like to think Team Foreign will win as well.
You'd like to?
Yeah, I'd like to see them go through to the final, but I mean, Fariko are an amazing team. This FarikoYin have really proven themselves time and time again, beating some brilliant teams.
Absolutely.
And just have fought their way a long, long way through the loser brackets.
They deserve to win the tournament, to be quite honest, because every single time this lineup has been at Reflex ET, they just managed to score either just in or just outside of the top 3. So it's around 3 or 4. So that right there is just, it's just a real shame. And a team like this has been coming towards Reflex ET for at least 4 events back in a row. That right there allows them to deserve that the matchup. And right now, like I already said, for T1 got pinned down behind that barrier, and now it's 1-0 in favor of Foreign.
Yeah, Foreign have taken a lead now, and we're probably going to go into round number 2 with a 1-0 lead to Team Foreign. Fariko Torres is probably going to go for one last push here. And is there time to make it? The stuns have gone out, which is going to prevent that. And no, 1-0 to Team Foreign in round number 1.
There it's going to be 1-0 in favor of Team Foreign. Like you said, in round number 1, we're getting ready for round number 2. The pressure is definitely on. Now, you said that Team Foreign, you'd like to see them win.
Yep, of course.
But what kind of score?
Oh, I'd love to see them win 3-0. I'm part of Team Foreign myself, so I'm obviously rooting for them.
Of course.
Remaining unbiased during this commentary, Fariko are, like I say, an amazing team. FarikoYin being the best Fariko team that there is, in my personal opinion. And, you know, this really could go either way. We'll switch over, though, because we have been watching Fariko for the entirety of that side.
Let's switch over to Deltas, see what they can do. Let's go and stick with Monks for the moment. See what he can do here. We will be looking at this lineup, which is, of course, Jake, Monks, Mohawk, and Tech versus Torres, Admin, T1, and Rush here on this side. And you know what? I feel this side, this particular side of the map, is easier to defend than the other one.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, there is that indoor bit which mixes things up a little bit, and that can work to either the advantage or disadvantage of the attacking or defensive team. But currently, 1 flag up for Foreign. Nothing much has happened so far early on in this second round of Capture the Flag. Very defensive play from Fariko, strangely. They're the ones that need to be pushing up. They've got 3 down now, and this is a brilliant opportunity. If they kill Tech, that is going to be 4 down, even if it is for a very short while. Monks has spawned at the back of the flag, though, so should be able to defend this. Absolutely.
Holding steady just fine in the corner, just outside of... See, that's what I meant with that AR, with that 95. You have the inner, you have the outer. You can sit here, you can look through the corridor, you look to the right, you look outside, you can see everything coming. It's going to be so difficult, even though we have a bit of a choke situation here for the Team Foreign lineup. Mohawk will need to clutch it out of here. This could potentially be a pickup for Team Yin, but it's not going to be the case.
No, there is a lot of kills being exchanged. The feed is just going back and forth between both Foreign and Fariko. Monks has made a sneaky little push around the back, though. Flag running with a Type 95, which is quite interesting.
Very slow.
Yeah, I mean, it's slow, but also this is one of the smallest maps, so it's one of the maps that you would expect to see,
again, shipment vacant.
Yeah, the shipment vacant combination, if anything, less Type 95s, but doesn't seem to be the case.
In the meantime, that flag's been dropped just outside of Foreign space, as we like to call it. And you know what? That Type 95 right there is going to be very, very useful, because there comes... Oh, it gets dropped back. You'd think that Type 95 will allow you to just dominate that outside area, just outside a truck.
Yeah, in open areas, that's where it comes into play the best, where you've got a long line of sight. It's these close quarter little places that you can see Mohawk now, where you want to be using the submachine guns, and that's why it's a map like this. If you are going to be defending heavily, sometimes a submachine gun is better.
MP7 running out of its way.
Tech is just going to throw the stun over now. Foreign are in a little spot of trouble because Fariko have pulled the flag. They're currently 2-0 up overall if you include the 1-0 victory in the previous round. So Fariko need to capture this, and they have done so. So trailing by only 1 flag now for Fariko.
It's going to make it currently a total setup of 1-2 in favor of Team Foreign still, but there's still 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. A lot of time. What I've been actually quite surprised about is Team Yin has been very, very quiet. So has Team Foreign.
Yeah, so far in this game, I mean, I do actually think the main foreign team are generally quite quiet when they play. They just tend to get focused and get their heads right into the game rather than trying to boost. But the FarikoYin team are usually extremely loud, particularly T1. Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
It's almost becoming famous for it.
He's almost as loud as a badger.
Quite possibly. I mean, everyone's sort of recognizing it, and it's almost frustrating the spectators, but that's just boosting him on and encouraging him to do it even more. He loves it. He loves to shout and make himself heard.
Rush does have the flag. A big opportunity here for Yin to even things out on the catwalk. Admin was Torres taking on Modak. This should be a cap for Fariko.
Here we go. It is going to be close. There we go. Scores are even now with 1 minute 15 left on the clock. Fariko have equalized overall. Got to remember that the first round was 1-0 to foreign, so 2 flags apiece. 2
flags for both sides currently. And at this rate, we win 1 minute. Well, let's hold on. Let's rewind that. There we go. With only 1 more minute to go, that right there is going to be very, very, very difficult, and we could be looking at a stopwatch situation. Now, unlike S&D, this 1 minute is actually quite pressure.
Yeah, I mean, if a flag is captured in this time limit, then that is going to be it. Everything is going to come down to this final 30 seconds or 35 seconds. Are we going to see 1 more flag capture? Probably not. So it may be going to stopwatch here.
Monks will have to pull something out of the. No, it's not going to happen. There you go.
Fariko have made a push here. They've actually picked that flag up.
Torres on the flag. Mohawk will need to pick it up as well just to deny the cap before halftime comes. No, it's not going to happen. Cap could come in here for Fariko. The flag is oh, they managed to cap it. And that right there is going to put Fariko on a 1 flag advantage and pick up the first round.
Big cheers from the stage by Fariko. That's the first we've heard of him so far. That was really good play, actually. We were just discussing then how 1 flag capture in those dying seconds of the round would be it. And that's what it showed. Fariko just pulled out all the stops there, went in, continued their aggression, didn't sit back for the stopwatch, and managed to win.
No, absolutely. 1-0 is what we're going to be writing down here on map number 1. We're going to get ready for map number 2, which is going to be Domination. And I believe it's going to be Arcaden. And I hope it's going to be Arcaden, because I would love to see these 2 teams bash their head against each other again.
Yep.
Especially a special team foreign who's already shown themselves to be very, very adept to that particular.
Yep, it's going to be interesting. So as they are setting that up, I want to try to make some predictions. Fariko have just come out on top in that capture the flag, but it was extremely close. It was literally the very, very end of the game where that final flag was captured. I'm trying to decide, is Domination going to be similar? I'm expecting an extremely close game
Domination?
Again. Hard
CTF, hard.
Capture the flag?
No, I don't think so.
It would only ever be capture the flag on hard hat, but I'm surprised that this is actually going to be following.
I really doubt this, actually. This must be a boo-boo.
I did see Brainiac having words with Zorta at the start of the game, but nothing's been explained to us.
No, they should not be doing this, I think. Not realize. Let's go into the game. Let's try to figure this one out, see what's going on.
They seem to be playing it, so obviously this has been decided at some point.
Let's go take it live then. CTF on hard at, and of course the Delta side, as we've already mentioned before, is such a very biased side. You can defend it so easily in that position, especially if you're tier 1. Tier 1, I believe historically he is pretty much an SMG player like he was on Black Ops. And he was absolutely raging at last event. And even Mohawk already picking it up early on. We are on the forward side here. Let's see if we can find him. There he is. He's got the flag, and he's rushing back to Delta.
Yeah, Mohawk's going to be playing aggressive here. For those of you that haven't been watching the stream earlier, we were discussing that the current main team foreign squad. Wow, a big cheer by Fariko there. Rush actually went huge, but the current team foreign squad comprises of 3 of the Flame Retardant team from ECL3 that placed second.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams now have each other with the flag. They're double parked all over the place. Mohawk trying to get into the flag zone. He will be looking, trying to find his flag runner. He will actually be looking at the Delta side. That's what this side is. He's looking around, trying to find himself in something.
Problem is, he has just been fragged there, so they do know that someone is hanging around there, and he is actually weak, so Mohawk's got to be careful here.
And he doesn't really have a place to actually rotate. It'll take a long time to rotate. How did he see that?
I didn't see that myself, and a brilliant shot from Mohawk. He's going to pick up that kill. It is now the perfect opportunity to push.
I saw that, though.
And he's got a burst out, but he's not killing the actual... I was thinking myself, I thought that was a person, and that he wasn't shooting.
He still has a single stun flash remaining. could go for a counter right now, but I will be reserved for that flag carrier. For Fariko Rush will be his primary target. Torres will be the first one to fall. Can he pick up the second? No, he won't, because there is Rush himself. Flash stun would have been very useful.
Yeah, Mohawk was all alone there, trying to take out what was pretty much the whole Fariko team in order to get that flag capture, or return the flag in order to gain the capture. Well, it's currently tied on score, and we're in this stalemate position that we've seen a lot of throughout this Modern Warfare 3 tournament. Mohawk is just going to try and move around a little bit, though. He's going to, again, advance and try and get the return.
I think it would be better for him to start flash stunning those corners, especially the big ones that go straight in towards the enemy base.
Yeah.
Especially now, considering both flags are double parked. You know there's nobody going to be nearby. If there's nobody going to be nearby you, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Yeah, Tech is just trying to spray a little bit. He did get a full burst on someone who was lying down over there, but he didn't pick up the kill. Mohawk with a nice two-piece. Monks with a third. The final person alive is the flag carrier. This is it. We're probably going to see a flag return here unless the flag carrier can hold on.
Run, little man!
Oh, and this is good play. That was really clever play from Torres there. And the credit has to be given to him. He was left all alone to keep that flag, and he's done just that. Forino continuing their onslaught. That is 3 down again. And again, the flag carrier is the only one alive. Surely Foreign can kill him and get that return.
They should be able to do so.
And Tech is just holding back. He's defending the current person who is holding the foreign flag.
Which is going to be Jake.
I'm not sure how foreign haven't returned this flag yet. They got 3 down once again, but whoever is carrying that flag for Fariko is doing a brilliant job in just holding it as long as he can.
Yeah, Rush absolutely playing sublimely, still very, very strategic. And finally we're seeing Mohawk using his nades. He's tagged somebody up, but it's not going to be the flag carrier.
No, Mohawk is going to move out probably through this pipe now. He's just pre-aiming it, thinking that someone might be down there ready and waiting, but there isn't. We could be seeing this whole round in this stalemate position now. With 1 minute 15 on the clock, no one's really made a very, very good advancement on the flag carrier.
Maybe both sides want to keep it together. Try to keep on 0-0 and not go all in just until the next round.
I think they're just being very careful at the moment. I mean, Foreign know that they're on the back foot. They're 1 round down in this best-of-5 series, so they've just got to be careful here.
I like the cat with the mustache, by the way.
The guy with the... Oh, the title, yeah, Bow Down. I didn't even notice that. Just at the top of the stream there, you can see it.
Foreign will pick themselves up too.
Lots of bullets going out there from Monksy, but Torres gets the better of him. Torres doing really well.
Both sides must be feeling so much frustration right now.
Yeah, it is a bit of a frustrating situation because essentially you've, in a way, got 2 people camping on either side because one's got to hold the flag, one's got to defend it. So, I mean, the amount of action that you're viewing is a lot less. And wow, Rush just waited. Oh, this is... that was big from Tech.
And there you have it. That would have almost been a return.
Yeah. If that return went down, then Fariko would have certainly taken the lead and would be 1-0 up in this capture the flag on hard hat.
Considering they're already 1 map up in general, that would be pretty damn sensational considering their initial loss. Oh, there's the... again the pickup.
Yeah, Mohawk really doing well again to pick that up and prevent the return. 0-0 currently on score. We're still a little bit confused as to the situation as to why it has been CTF again following the previous CTF.
Yeah, probably both teams have agreed that they wanted to do this, and overall it's been a fairly decent setup. Let's take it away on from Spetsnaz. Let's see what they can do. Let's take it away on towards Torres.
Okay, and Torres is the one who was playing brilliantly in that previous round, defending the flag. So he's going to be sticking with that Type 95 and picking up a nice kill against Mohawk. Okay, so we're just getting an update on the maps here. And I will let Zorta explain that to A-Spec while I continue the commentary. We're watching admin at the moment for Fariko, and he's playing very defensively with that Type 95. He's not particularly sitting on the flag, but he's in that little ricochet section, just hiding out, waiting for people to actually push onto it. So I am going to switch over and get the perspective of Rush, who has got a good kill against Monksy. Jake doing some good defensive work with the MP7, though. Torres is now going to try and hold, continue to do that. And I want to be watching these aggressive plays a little bit more, one of them being T1. Who my brother highly rates, actually. He was speaking to him later in the day, and he was saying, you know, even though he gets loud during games and is incredibly frustrating during games, he is a nice guy and a very good player. So here we are watching T1 now as he remains alive despite the stun and weakness. He's just going to try and push through here, and he's going to be going for that flag. He's playing objectively, not defensively at all, but he's just double backed on himself, probably following a call out. Mohawk gets taken out by T1, but Tech managing to kill T1. We're going to switch over again from Torres because, let's face it, he's just in that same spot, just head glitching slightly in that advantageous position. T1 is going to continue his push, just absolutely running as fast as he can with extreme conditioning. That's the giveaway as to who the objective players are. You won't see someone defending with extreme conditioning on. But now FarikoYin went to pick up the flag, but that didn't last long at all. T1's just waiting for the right moment to strike, and here we go. He chose it wrongly, though. Tech kills him. Tech doing the defense, and this is just even Stevens at the moment. No one's really capturing any flags at all here. It is still 0-0. There's 2 minutes 50 left on the clock, so plenty of time for something to develop here. Rush just aiming through the pipe. Monksy was ready and waiting for him, though, with the ACR, the long-range assault rifle gun. That is also automatic, something we've not seen too much in for Reflex GT, but something that we are seeing a little bit more, particularly in the search and destroy game types with that silencer. T1 getting shut down there by Tech, who has moved up a little bit. And Torres has got to be careful here as he may be meeting Tech head on. And there we go, the gunfight has ensued. Fariko, though, teaming up together, two of them managing to take up Monks and Tech. But Mohawk now on the defense with that MP7, waiting for his teammates to respawn and assist him. Remember, Fariko do have the lead 1-0 so far in this series. And
I have an update.
0-0. So I will let you update everyone now, I expect, with exactly
Alright, you ready for this?
I am ready.
Alright, here you go. It's a best of 11.
Best of 11, okay.
Basically what happened is Fariko was leading, is currently 2-3 for FarikoYin. And FarikoYin will need to win the next, will need to win 3 rep maps in order to place themselves first. So basically a best of 5 in that situation. Okay. Fariko will also need to get the first to 6. So they are first to 6 in this case. So it's best of 11. Okay,
I see, and that's because they will have met previously too now. So the previous score was 3-1 then to FarikoYin.
After this it will be domination on bootleg, then it's SND on carbon, then it's domination on dome, CTF on Arcanian, and then SND on lockdown. Okay. This could be a long game.
I was going to say you guys are going to be sticking with us for the long haul. Of course, following this is the championship bracket as well, or the championship game, which again will be an extended series.
Absolutely. The reason why this is done is because FarikoYin has knocked out Fariko already once in this tournament. And so far, so good. So what has happened in the meantime as I was discussing stuff?
To be honest, not much. No flags have been captured at all. There's been minor pushes, but not all in. There's nothing like that has been going on. There's only 45 seconds on the clock.
One of these sides, man, needs to go all in sooner or later, unless they're going to go for a full all in on stopwatch.
Yeah, I can just see Destiny 2's tweet there. It's just what we've covered. So FarikoYin essentially got the 3-1 lead going into this, but Fariko won the previous game, which put it on 3-2. Flag was picked up there. It was a final last-ditch attempt, but Torres preventing FarikoYin from getting anything from that.
That's going to be, at this rate, a stopwatch.
Yeah, so 15 seconds on the clock. I don't think it's going to be possible now to actually run a flag across the map, so we're going to be going into stopwatch in this loser bracket final. So even though so far on the stream you've just seen Fariko win, FarikoYin are currently ahead.
Absolutely. It's currently 2-3 in this series as we're getting ready for stopwatch time here on CTF. Well, hard hat.
Yep. So, and CTF hard hat, it's not one of our favorite maps, and certainly not a lot of the players.
No, I don't think this map is balanced at all.
Do we know why they've played CTF then? Because usually they'd alternate. They've done 2 CTFs back to back.
Pass.
Something to do with the best of 11, I'm assuming.
Yeah, apparently there was one game and they needed to insert one map for some bizarre reason. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning behind it was, but you'll have to take it up with the admins to figure that one out. Welcome back here on stream. My name is Aceback here, live once again together with
FarikoYin Rel.
Ah, relentless. It's such a good evening tonight.
It is. I love LAN.
Yes.
I love it.
I love LAN.
We love LAN. But yes, this is the loser bracket final. So